Hi, my headphones. Happy Thursday, everybody. So, video 2 today. I am going to do a video on the power of planting seeds. So, I have 2 daughters. They are about to be 24 and 25. And the younger of the 2 is moving out to a little country town about an hour and a half south of St. Louis. Yay. I'm very excited for that. And my older daughter is the one who's giving me all my grandchildren. So she is about to give me grandchild number 3, also her last one. So, I'm a hairdresser and I get to talk all day long and kind of almost get paid to talk, right? It's fun. So I love what I do. With my hair being a hot mess, I colored it this morning at work. And my children were very much like myself and everybody I know for the most part, kind of stuck in the matrix, right? Work, because we have to have this nice home and these nice name brand things and blah, blah, blah. It's like all these people out on Black Friday buying a TV, and I guarantee you they probably have at least 2 flat screens at home. So why you really need more, right? But whatever, not for me to judge. But my oldest daughter, who's about to have my 3rd grandchild, works very hard. She's a very good little worker. And her fiance his parents live out in the country where we go for the holidays, and just to go out there, they have horses and pigs and goats and chickens and a big lake, and you can shoot guns and play with bow and arrows and play on the 4-wheelers and just run to your heart's content. It's no Wi-Fi, no electric, nothing. It's really awesome. But to me, we all need to get back to the basics, right? To me, we need a parent in the home. We need a parent to pick up the children. We need a parent to cook and clean and do laundry and watch the children. And, I think we need to dissolve the whole way of living we have right now. This work to be a consumer. It's just not working for anybody. But, all I wanted was my daughter to stay home with her child. She has one in school, one's 6. She's in 1st grade. Then the second one just turned 3 2 weeks ago. And the little man is due around the 1st of the year. And I said, I understand you both have bills, and I understand you both have car payments, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But, instead of buying a house up towards the suburbs where, you're going to pay $120,000 easy for, a 3-bedroom home, why not maybe think about staying at home? This is your last child, and staying at home with your children and maybe moving out towards the country, right? Well, lo and behold, I think it's, a little bit about myself and maybe her in-laws, and her future husband he's a big country boy. And he's a more laid back, just give me my horses and my bow and arrow and some farmland, and he's happy as a pig in shit. He doesn't care about stuff like most people, right? And his parents are the same way. His mom is by herself with animals all day, and they're happy people, and it's refreshing and fantastic to go out there and see other people living like this, because this is where we need to get back to our grassroots. And my oldest daughter has finally decided that maybe her parents and her in-laws, maybe they have the right idea. Maybe it is about being home and having a garden and being outside with your kids. And so they are looking for a home in between St. Louis and where his parents live, so about 45 miles out instead of an hour and a half, 45 minutes out, somewhere in between. And I'm looking, I'd like to buy in the same little town as they are, but that town or the town right next to it, and I will continue to work my 3 days a week. That's all I work, 2 days during the week and a Saturday. And I actually would like to go to the school my granddaughter is going to be going to, because it's going to be a more rural school. I don't know why I can't say that word. Rural, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And start, a garden at the school to where the kids can go outside and work in the garden, harvest their little snacks from a garden they created. And that's where I'm going to be putting a lot of my spare time, is into trying to go to the schools around the rural areas where we're going to be living, and starting some kind of program like this. It's, to me, very, very important. I think our ancestors had it a little more correct than we do. Like I said, I don't condone, whatever, where technology has brought us, and our fast-paced lives have brought us, because we're at that precipice before we shift over to another way of being. And like I said before, I think we need to take our past and our futuristic technology, and marry the two together and cohabitat on this planet and be stewards, guardians of this earth, and just to enjoy the beauty of it instead of destroying it for selfish needs. I think we all, and obviously I'm guilty, you can tell I'm not a tiny person, consume too much food. I don't think our bodies need all that fuel to go. I think, matter of fact, the food is what's making 99% of people sick. It starts in your gut. What's up at your gut? And my children are literally starting to realize, especially my oldest daughter, now that she has children, and my little 3-year-old granddaughter is constipated all the time because of dairy intake. It's not the dairy our parents grew up on. It's different. The food that we consume these days is very different, and it's harmful to our bodies. It's not in sync with what our bodies can handle. Our bodies don't know how to break down synthetic shit and put it out into our bodies for fuel or whatever we need. Your body doesn't do synthetic well. I think we are all living examples of how that is obviously not working. Go drive a mile. I'm sure you'll run into a hospital or some kind of medical facility that you can just go walk around and glance at all the sick people, all the people lined up at the doctors and the pharmacies, and it's not working, folks. It's not rocket science. It doesn't take a genius to look around and say something's off. Something's just not working anymore, not jiving anymore. We lost half the puzzle pieces, and you can't complete the puzzle without the pieces. So it is time. And so when you plant that one little seed of hope of where we can be as a species, as a planet, as the guardians of this planet and the beautiful life on it, that's our responsibility. Yours, mine, our children's, but it's our responsibility to teach the children, and it starts at home, and you can't teach them if you're not home. If you're always working, you can't teach your children, because you're not the one raising them anymore. The schools are, the daycares are, or the babysitters are, or the nannies are, or, you know, I understand a lot of single parents out there have to work, and that's exactly what I'm getting at, is you should not have to be outside of your home the majority of the day and have barely enough strength to come home, get a synthetic shitty dinner on the table, because who has time to cook real food anymore? We're so busy, we're so fast tracked, and you know, it's taking its toll. It's taking its toll on us, our parents, our siblings, our friends, our neighbors, our children, our grandchildren, on every living being on this planet. It's not just us, it's the animals. The animals are going extinct. Why? Well, we've taken and we've raped this earth. We've taken the natural resources off of it, whether it's cutting down trees or cutting down area to build more homes, you know, and all this stuff. That's not it anymore. It's not working. So you can be a glimmer of hope if you start taking small steps, whatever you have to do every day to incorporate, you know, getting back to the basics, slowing down, putting our children first, worrying about how we're bringing them up, how the schools are bringing them up, because they're there more than they're home, you know, and when they're home, who are they with, and what are they doing? And we got to slow down. People, we have to slow down. You know, life is going way too fast for everybody right now. And, you know, that's why I do these videos, to hope to plant a seed somewhere, you know, that can grow. And, you know, my daughter and her partner, they don't have less bills that they decided for her not to work. It just struck her that, yes, this is my last child, and this is, you know, if I do work, who's raising my kids? Not me, you know. And like I said, instead of buying a house in the suburbs, buying a house out in the country. And her, you know, husband will just use the little tiny car to get back and forth, and she's not going to be driving much, right? She'll have the big truck at home. And you know, to save on gas. If we all do a small part, will make huge differences. If every person did a small part, everybody's small part if everybody gave a penny, how much money would there be, right? So it just takes a drop, an ounce, a tiny little, you know, restructure in your life. You know, like I said, their bills will all be the same, but, you know, instead of buying $120,000, $30,000 house in the suburbs, they can find, you know, 5 acres of land with a bigger, older home on it that they can remodel and have fun with themselves, and the kid, you know, have their own chickens, and what, you know, she wants chickens, she wants eggs, they love eggs in that house, and start a garden with her family, you know, with her children, and have a family unit again, you know, and a life out away from the hustle and the bustle, and just slow down. And I guarantee you that relationship will last a lot longer and be a lot stronger than relationships where everybody's working. You know, there's no structure at home. There's no rock at home when no one's home. So there's no roots. You know. It takes two, hand in hand. It takes everybody in the family to contribute. Again, it goes back to every single person playing their part. Every single person has something to contribute. So if you ever think you aren't important, you are just as important as any and every other person on this planet. And you don't forget that. You're special. We need you. The planet needs you. Go Team Light. We are here. We are carving out a new future. And I am so excited every day to wake up and be a part of it. Keep your peace together. Love you all. Bye.